Hey guys, what's up? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing today? Really, what are you doing? What am I doing? I'm fixing to actually do a 4K walk around my ponds here because it has been raining so often. I haven't been out running around in the rain, in the mud, around this stuff, but last 2 days, very sunny, a little bit of rain, but everything's super green. And what does green mean? To me, it means growth. And in Asia, in the tropics, subtropics, it's exponential growth. I swear, just 2 days ago I cut the grass in the garden and I was out there today. It's a foot taller. I'm gonna have to put a time lapse on my iPhone out there just so I can watch that little National Geographic grass grow. Yeah, but I'm excited to actually see what's around the ponds because it's just all green now, which also means I'll probably have to do some trimming. But I did take down a bunch of mangoes from the corner mango tree. But anyway, you wanna go with me? All right, sure? All right, let's go. Still got a bunch of algae in the pond, in this pond, but of course, hiding below there lurks the giant Mekong catfish, of which there should be at least 70, unless they made babies. Saw a big old green tree snake in here the other day. These trees, I actually got to cut them back often enough because they hang out in the road. Definitely had to chop off all the big branches to get the house in into the property. That's what happened to this big old mango tree. It's all listing to one side. It's not really listing. The big branches that went over this way, chopped them off so you can move the house in here in pieces, or at least the two major pieces of the house. But yeah, we took off a lot of those mangoes today. I'll probably be eating some of them for a little din-din. But I wanted to check out my banana trees out on this side, see if we got anything going. I like banana trees that produce bananas that are like short or whatever, not the small, I mean, yeah, the small banana, but I mean the trees are short. Oh, there you go. Yeah. So, there's one batch, or first batch I've seen. And those are the small bananas, my favorite. The traditional Kampang Pet Gui Kai bananas. Yeah, I'll probably need a bush cut in here. These are the, the avocado trees. You can see the rice is, oh my gosh, it's so green. Some areas of no growth, probably a bunch of snails in there. But yeah, I really enjoy when it's like this. Don't you just love that? Of course, I'm in my flip-flops, so I should probably watch out for snakes and big old red ants or whatever. This is an ivy gourd. This is the vines. We already chopped all this down, cut all that back. It still grows again. Like massive. All this was gone too. I think it was burned off, but growed back. More bananas. You can actually eat these. This is from the, I think, the galang, or the ginger plant. You eat these tops. This one, not really. It's old, so you probably don't want to eat that one. You know, a lot of these things that we eat they're bitter, and you want to be able to eat them with something that is also not, oh wait a minute, turn around right here. Bam! More bananas. These are even more ripe than the other ones. So, oh, I'm excited about that. Hopefully the storm doesn't get it. I'm looking over here, you see, dun, 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 dun. Look at that mountain. That's beautiful. There's actually right behind the trees, they're building a big old temple there. Oh, it's definitely raining there. That is coming down. It's going that way though. I don't think it's gonna hit me. What? At least before I get through the park or through the walk here. Yep, these are also edible, but there's nothing producing on the ends there. You know, another bitter piece, but lots of ginger in there. Oh, there's a close up of one of my little bird nests. Right, it goes right up in that hole. I might go do that. And it goes right up in that hole and then plops down into the nest. Mostly all these, like almost like a yellow finch almost. I forget what kind of bird it is. Maybe I can find it out. We have a lot of these trees growing. This is the pond. I mean, not pond. The irrigation canal that, you know, we put our pond water back into when we drain the ponds. And also you can take out of it. That's a giant mango tree, massive, hangs over the pond. And one thing, it had, I don't know, it had dozens of mangoes on there first thing in the season. And they clearly have all dropped off into the water. So those Mekong catfish might be just nibbling on mango pudding down there too, which would mean that the Mekong gonna taste pretty good. Some of these trees have been on the property for a little bit. You know, that tree over there, that's definitely kind of an old growth tree. It's a good 20 years or more. Same two here. These probably, or this one probably spawned off of that one. Looks like a little bit younger. But yeah, more bamboo coming up. I did cut a bunch of bamboo out of here. Whoa, and of course there's dragon fruit there, but hasn't been producing, or it's not there yet. Starting to vine up, so that's good sign. Those are right up against, vining up against the what is that, custard apple tree. Those are little small kind of custards. And here, yes, we bought the lilies for the pond a long time ago. Not really the pond, but for the planters. Then they pretty much died because of whatever. I mean, initially I put them in the pond, they died, so I tried to salvage what was left of one, I think, and put it in here. And now it's starting to grow. Dot, actually, we were saying, what should we do with these two? Well, she wound up transplanting all these, I forget what they call, what they call them, they call them the Black Devil or something like that. Black Devil's Ear or something. Oh, Black Widow? Black Widow maybe. Anyway, this has come off of that one plant we bought. In the previous video we went out and we bought a giant one of those. It was in a planter for 1,000 baht. It's kind of pricey, but we bought it. And I swear now we have like 50 of them. Different planters and stuff. So we might have to, you know, sell them ourselves. Here, this one is probably edible. It's young enough, and actually right there. That one, this one, maybe this one over here. Young enough that you can eat it while you're eating, you know, hot pepper and lap, like, you know, raw meat and hot peppers and fish sauce and stuff, as well as maybe just some, you know, what do they call that? Nam-pik, right? And this is another giant mango tree. I took all the mangoes, pretty much all of them, off of here in a previous video. One of the first ones that produced. These are the ones that they often make the mango and sticky rice dessert with, real sweet ones, because there are many varieties. And these mushrooms right here, this fungi that grow on the side of this dead tree there, dead cut off. Of course you don't eat that, but at nighttime, with the black light, they're really cool looking. So, whoa. Yeah, these trees are all producers for the flowers on the end of it that you can eat. For us, we pretty much grabbed a whole bunch of them already. You eat the very, very top soft ones like this would be all right. I'd eat that with lap, you know. our coconut trees haven't produced. We do have, this is probably the biggest one. Hopefully it produces short and small round coconuts there. This one always grows, but for some reason the middle of the branches are always brown. Something's going on with this one, I don't know. But I think we bought a few coconut palms recently, and they will they'll be strategically planted. This is basically your Thai olive, right? These are, you can see they're about that big. You can do a lot of different stuff with those. Guys make wine, they make oil, or is it wine? Vinegar, I don't know. They make you know, oil with it and different stuff to feed different parts of the diet. But yeah, that's a whole tree full of them, man. And they're also kind of bird resistant. Birds don't like chewing on those things. Might get some ants or whatever. This area here, remember I put these benches kind of strategically all around the pond, you know, because like I say, sitting right here, it's pretty gorgeous. And but the growth again is just rapid growth, man. That's a weed right there. But the fish hang out in here. There's another lily species growing here. It's this red one. It's more of an invasive one than probably any other, and it doesn't really produce flowers. I mean, I think there is a flower, a tiny one, but it's nothing to hold on to, really. But pretty good. Haven't seen any snakes yet. We did see a lot of growth going on. This is another mango tree, and we still have mangoes, which means that these probably need to be, the rest of these need to be picked, because they're just at the ripe. If we pick the other ones, I can see some on the ground, they're already falling ripe. Yeah, and these trees, like I said, this right here, there's an ant on that one, but the younger the ones, the better. And same with the flowers of the galan. And of course, any day now, it's going to be guava time, because these guava plants are, I can see, are going off. I got big old guavas there. Oh, is it a fish? Jumping in the water. I gotta wait, see how many, what I got there. Oh yeah, I definitely got a bunch growing over there and over there. Some of them are hanging in the water growing. Oh, I'm gonna get those before they hang in the water. I don't mind the fish doing that, but they we don't spray them or control it or whatever, so there's going to be some, you know, ant or worm or something that goes in there probably. We might pull them off a little bit young so we can let them ripen without having them been infected. I could get down there on the boat probably and put bags over them, stuff like that. That might help. But I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's 2 over there, 7, 8. At least 8 on, there's some in back of me, 9. There's probably 10 or whatever more of these trees. But they're going to be producing probably about the same time the bananas do. Guava banana smoothie. There you go, buddy. I want to be in the smoothie business for myself here. And this, oh yeah, I wanted to check the water lilies, you know, that we bought. Made a couple cool shots on Instagram. They're doing really well. We bought only 2 and put them in, and now you can see there's like, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 6, 10, 12, there's probably 20 pads out there going on. This one is definitely ready. It'll probably bloom in the morning. I should probably hook my time lapse to that branch right there, and I can get it going on a time lapse. There's another bud underneath there. Oh, looks like there's one coming out of the ground over there. Or coming out of the water. That's 3. That one's already fell off. see, 3. What is that? That is my crocodile head alligator. And I see another little one over there. That's 4. So at least 4 that I can see. Some of them are probably right underneath the water. Speaking of underneath the water, you can, if you look right here, you can see the fish. They're all munching down on that green algae. Well, the flowers at this point. So we take that again, we take that from the other pond and bring it over and dump it in here. So these fish can eat some, because those Mekong catfish, they can only eat so much. Over here we got thousands of fish. Over there there's only like a couple hundred different fish. These are the old yellow eggplant. You kind of, that usually doesn't go in like somtam or anything. That's kind of like a curry or just eating it. And these are more custard apples. There's a whole bunch of them up there. Those are going to be knocking me in the head, I bet you, a week. Maybe at the same time as the bananas. And that's really what I want to do. I want to find out, a kind of a schedule when these things are going to produce for me. Over here, I'm very happy to see that this flower and this, these two plants are actually growing. We got them free when we bought, I think we bought like 6 of these after we got that one for 1,000 baht with the plant in it. We bought like 6 more so we could transplant. And then this was growing like against the telephone pole like a weed or whatever. And I told the guy, oh, hey, can I grab a piece of that? He's like, sure. He goes, he gets his own shovel and digs a big old hole and basically gave me a whole plant, in which I split into 2. And then I thought I kind of lost them because of the way the dirt is and so much rain and this and this and this. But now they're already just starting to open up. These things are beautiful, beautiful when they grow out. Here's the, looks like Dot might have picked a couple custard apples. Yep. And what you want to look for as far as being ripe is, this one could probably wait a day or 2. Between these lines, you want these things to separate so you see a little bit of white between all these lines. And then you can just bust it open and eat that sweet gushy side inside. This is what I picked on the tree earlier today. Well, hey, wait a minute. Haven't really finished up the pond without walking on the porch that overlooks the pond. All right? Water's still at a good level. Sun is shining. And you guys want to see the turbo fish feed that Thailand ponds are famous for? Watch that. Oh yeah, piranha. You got catfish, got 2 different kinds of tilapia in that group. You can, if you look close, you can catch them. Catfish are pretty much bigger. There's also a, I don't know what we got, climbing perch in there. All kinds of stuff. And it just doesn't stop. And speaking of my timeline, I guess those week or maybe 2 weeks or so where the fruit's going to be ripe, bananas and papaya, or not papaya, but bananas and the guava, other stuff like that. I bet you the fish will be ready. So I could make me a nice little guava salsa, kind of a chutney, put over the fish, maybe spice it up with some hot pepper. Yeah. Whoa, and there's the sun. Well, that is definitely bright. too bright on me, man. It's not terribly warm, but it's bright. Oh, and hey, check out this frame I bought at the Sunday market. Let me see if you can see this. Yeah. It's hard to see it in my phone with this, or my camera with the sun, but this frame is very old, teak wood. Probably has a million stories behind it. Probably maybe even passed by a few different hands, a few different families maybe. Had different pictures in it. Maybe even had a picture of a late king and queen of Thailand in there. Maybe I'll have to get one and put it back. Nice. Looks to me to be like a sun and waves. Water. Kind of a water thing. And maybe some pineapple. We did plant 2 pineapple. That was a fail. They didn't turn out too good. Or they died in the, yeah, those were probably the first victim in the flood. But the pond's handling it pretty well. So that's a good thing. Alright, you guys, well, that's it for the 4K pond tour. Alright, Uncle Craig on the Bon Knock, out. See you in the next video.